That big Spears back there, huh, now? What's up, boss man? How you doing, man? Congratulations to you, bro.
It's his passion to storytell, I think, is the number one thing. He loves being the conduit between the fans and the players, because these fans are, they see him on TV, but they don't know who these folks are, who these players are. And Marc has that great passion. That's the passion I see of informing the man and informing the fans and everybody about who these subjects are that he's covering. And that to me is another one of the elements that helps stand him apart from everybody else.
And that's one of the reasons why I loved him so much, is that he was really able to kind of recognize that there are stories that are going untold. And in order to tell them and to give them the appropriate attention and the respect that they deserved, you needed to have somebody who was well crafted in being able to tell those stories. And I think what he has done is he's done his work with excellence, but then has connected that to being a mission-driven and purpose-driven work. And to me, that is what separates great journalists from good journalists.
He's just right out of the gate, this like playful, funny, engaging spirit, who's also like mature enough to kind of know what he wants and know what he needs to do. So he's magnetic to everybody around him.
He likes to grow the brand of basketball in more than on the court, but what it means to the athletes as people, the struggle that a lot of them have gone through or whatever. He loves being able to share that and not just glamorize and, the part that we see, but there's a story before that he loves to tell, and I think that's what endears him to a lot of the athletes, because he shows the real them, and all the work and struggle that they went through to get to where they are.
And I think that's what his gift is, to really speak to, because they're human beings, like, and we would say they put on their pants one leg at a time like everybody else, and they have a gift maybe to play basketball, but they're still human and they need to be treated the same. I said, well, do the next best thing, write about it. You were in the journalism program, you was doing well, and he loved writing and he loved sports. So from then on, he started really getting in a career of sports journalism.
As a young guy in I think it was grade school, maybe certainly junior high, he sent a letter to me asking how I got my job and what he would need to do to do what I do.
I was like, wow, when I got it. And this man gave me a blueprint from 7th grade through college on what to do to be a sports writer. It's in junior high, write on the school paper or the yearbook. In high school, write on the school paper or the yearbook and take all the typing classes you could take. And when you're in college, write on the school paper and get as many internships as possible. So I listened to him.
He takes people who thought they were going to be reading a story about basketball and takes them to a place where now they're reading about the human condition and the forces that create this phenomenon known as professional sports, in this case basketball. Well, he's written some other stuff too, and makes them go, I didn't know that before. Wow, that was really interesting. Which isn't that the goal of that's what William Randolph Hearst won, right? Like I said, I don't think William Randolph Hearst could dunk, but I know that he would love what Marc Spears does.
He wants to get to know the person, and we all see it with a lot of the features he does. Like, he wants to highlight their joy, their pain, or just who they are as a person. So he's like this with almost everyone he meets. I'm sure you've seen it too. Like, he always wants to get to know somebody and like understand them, and then he'll talk all day. But with celebrities, I think he definitely will recognize it, or if there's some achievement or if their notoriety is like, depending on what it is, but he's also very comfortable in who he is. And, you know, it's never like, oh, this is some big star. Like, I've never seen him get starstruck. I've never seen that.
You know, he's a New Orleans boy in a lot of ways. I mean, his people live in the city for Black Americans. That kind of social element where everybody talks to everybody, so it becomes easy to talk to people. He's naturally charismatic and he's handsome as hell. So I mean, how can it not work? How can it not work?
He's a guy who will call and check up on sources, how you doing, and you don't want anything back, or talk to you with the tape recorder off. You know, just the type of person, that integrity that you want in a reporter. And I think he has mastered that, where, you know, he is able to break stories, able to get features, able to have people open up to him about things they were probably uncomfortable about, and trust him with their story and trust him with their journey.
Probably one of the most ardent and enthusiastic alums that we have in the program. And he actually reached out to me and wanted to know if there was something more he could do for our students. And just incredibly generous with his time, with his information, with his contacts. He's been absolutely wonderful. And I said, of course, yes, let's start by bringing you in as a speaker. The students absolutely loved him.
So when there's a big thing in sports, and particularly basketball, Marc Spears is there and he has some angle covering it. Like in the NBA Finals, he covered, I believe it was Gabe Vincent's Nigerian roots. Hopefully I got the country right. But if there's something big going on in the world of basketball, Marc Spears is there. And there's no greater compliment you can give to somebody like that than the proof of, like, you are there, you are producing something, you are creating something at the big. There's nothing bigger than the NBA Finals. There's nothing bigger than the NBA draft, and he is there in the thick of it.
I love the fact that you're humble, you're proud of your work, you work hard. I told Professor Rucker that you never forgot where you came from, and it's almost a privilege. It is a privilege just to know you and call you friend.
But to me, when Marc Spears is done in this game, I'm gonna talk about how helpful he was and how much of a supporter he was and how much he cared about other people. To me, that's the greatest thing about him, and that's the part that I hope I emulate.
Perhaps going to San Jose State made me hungrier, made me a fighter, made me want it more, because nobody was giving me anything. This is an amazing journalism school, and everybody that comes out of here we fight, man. And we have a pride about ourselves, but we also have a humility about ourselves. And when you go to a school like this, you see every walk of life from all over the world. So when you see it like that, you see the world a little bit differently than everybody else like this. I think this school allows you to see the world differently.
Congratulations, Marc, on being a recipient of the William Randolph Hearst Foundation Award from your alma mater, San Jose State University. This award recognizes those who have excelled in the journalism profession, and you, as a Basketball Hall of Famer, certainly qualify. Since leaving San Jose State in 1995, you've established yourself as one of the top reporters in the country in a variety of roles. The Warriors appreciate the coverage that you have afforded not only our team, but the entire NBA. And I know I really appreciate our personal relationship. So congratulations again, Marc. The Bay Area is really proud of you.